Good morning, almost afternoon. I'm in Franklin, Kentucky. I'm showered up, I'm fed. It's time to go try and do some actual trucking. We got a little sleep after our crazy ordeal from yesterday and the previous days. It's time to get to Ohio, see if we can get this load off. Let's go for a ride. Rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Yes, we're making progress, we're rolling. We're up here we're in the general vicinity of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, I do believe. We're up here on I-65. We've been rolling for a bit, getting ready to make our fuel stop. We're stopping at the 105 at a speedway. My fuel network is showing that my best price from here until I get to where I'm going is going to be at the speedway up here. And looked at the rapid climb of the fuel prices right now. Finding that good price is important. So we're going to do the speedway thing. We're just out here driving. We're having a steady diet of Motorhead and Diet Coke this morning. We've sawed through the first two Motorhead albums this morning. We got our big old cup full of drink over here. We're trying to get things done. Although I don't think we're going to be able to drop this load today. I haven't got a definitive answer back on that yet, but the hours for the customer on Google show that they close at like 4, and they also have horrid, terrible, horrendous, horrid reviews. So I don't know how it's going to go at all when we finally do get to drop the load. All I know is I wanted this heavy thing off my dang trailer, and I want to get the next thing, and I want to go home. My apartment's waiting on me, my couch is waiting on me, my dog's waiting on me, and most important, my lady is waiting on me. Yeah, it's been a tough go of it this week. These last several days have been a tough one. Everything was going pretty good all up until Sunday morning. It'd been not too bad of a run. You know, we were looking at making some okay money. And, you know, it just always takes a turn, it seems. But as much as I felt like it was beating me, and as much as I feel like it is beating me a lot of times, I'm trying to not let it. Not going to let it beat me. I am the winner here. Yes. I am in control of my destiny, right? That's what we like to think. I got to try and keep that in my head and believe it, because we want to be a winner. We want to beat this game. We're going to keep on chugging along. What mile mark are we at? We need to get to the 105. We need to get some of that there fuel. We need to get some of that there DEF fluid. Have to keep Miss Morticia well fed. Got new oil in her from over the weekend, a couple new filters, some new airbags. She's hungry. She's thirsty. She needs some fluids in her. She needs some diesel, some DEF. We got to take care of her. Keep her in prime operating order going down through here. So she can get us to Ohio real good like. This is an interesting shiny red little tow truck over here next to us. Bold, like a sports car there. Said, I'm going to get in, I'm going to snatch your car up, and I'm going to get in fast at the blazing speed of light. We're going to repo you with a quickness, is what they're saying. That is definitely one of them kind of do it on the fly real quick, like parking enforcement and repo style trucks there. I bet he's got the full remote controls and everything inside, where he can snatch one up without even, he or she, whatever's driving in there, where they can snatch it up without even getting out of the truck when they need to. So I say it's wild how they can grab those cars up sometimes. Slick looking old ride though. I'm sorry I keep scratching my nose. I run out of my allergy pills, and for the last 2 days, something in the tree, something in the air has been wearing me out. I have been going on a sneezing binge for 2 days. I was trying to eat me some breakfast this morning, and I just couldn't hardly function. Couldn't hardly function with rails with the sneezes. No bueno. No bueno at all. Now I'm yawning. I can't breathe good out of my nose and I'm talking, not getting good air in my lungs there. My body says, breathe, fool. Breathe, fool. Quit smacking them gums and breathe, fool. Yeah. That's what that's telling me. Uh-oh, we are coming to a full-blown halt here. Flash your lights, flash your lights. Don't run up at my rear end here, people. That was abrupt. What is happening here? They are ruining my day, people. They trying to ruin my day. And all it says is slow down, stop traffic ahead. It's like, could you give us a little insight as to why? More information, please. Well, I was hoping we were just a mile or two from the exit there. I was hoping to ride this clip out till we got there, but I'll probably let you go here in a moment because this, we're starting to get a little lengthy here, and we don't want to stretch it on too long for the first good clip of the video here. So the right lane closed half a mile, yet everybody's going all the way to the left lane when this is a 3-lane road. Why are we? It doesn't say 2 right lanes closed, so what gives here? What gives? Well, I'm going to fight through this, y'all. Y'all be good, and I'll get back with you here in a little bit. Hello, hello. I'm back. We're up here on 71 now. Got fueled up. Got just a little DEF. Made it through, or we made it around. We went to the outside of Louisville, around the 265 there. We're up here, Kentucky Speedway area. It still says we're 19 miles from there. So this clip probably won't still be going when we pass by there, but y'all ever seen that place? You ever been there? I've never been there for a race, but I've been there for a concert. Years ago, Metallica did a tour. They did it like 2 years in a row, I think, maybe. It was a summertime series. I went to racetracks and stadiums and stuff. They called it Summer Sanitarium. And the year I went, it was Metallica, Kid Rock, Power Man 5000, Korn, and System of a Down. I believe that was all of them. They made a stop here at the Kentucky Speedway. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Racetracks are a pretty cool place to see a concert. Aaron and I, we went the year before last, I guess. We went to the big Welcome to Rockville Festival at the Daytona Speedway. Of course, that place is about 50 gazillion times bigger than the Kentucky Speedway, but huge, amazing. Literal boatloads of people up in there. It was amazing. And right in the infield of the track, and we our camping spot was over there, right there. That was about 100 feet from one of the banked turns, on the asphalt there, on the wall and the barrier and everything. So it was pretty cool getting in there. You actually got to drive down a little tiny short section of the track to get into the camping area and all. So technically speaking, y'all, I'm a race car driver. I've driven on Daytona International Speedway, albeit for about 100 yards, but I've driven on the Daytona Speedway. Yeah, that's where we're at up here. We're in racetrack country up here in Kentucky. I've been up and down through this stretch of highway so many times I can't even remember. When I got my CDL and took my first job in 2005, my trainer, he had a dedicated route that went back and forth from Smyrna, Tennessee to London, Ohio. So basically every night we would run overnight up there to London, Ohio, and we would run this stretch and pass through Cincinnati and everything. And then when I worked for Bar None, when I ran out of their Columbus, Ohio terminal. I was back and forth through this stretch quite a bit. And a lot of the companies I've worked for have done a lot of business up and down through here. So yeah, very familiar stretch of highway for me through here. Oh, I've never minded it. It's kind of a laid-back stretch of road to drive compared to a lot of the interstates now. Not quite as hectic. You're in between cities, so it's not so bad. Not so bad. of summer here, still on vacation. Y'all happy to get those kids back to school and get them out of your hair? Y'all happy about that? No, that's going on everywhere. Everybody's slowly, over like last week and this week, next few weeks, everybody's transitioning back into school days. That removes a little bit of the traffic off the interstate for us out here, because it kind of signals the end of vacation season, at least for the families and stuff. People that don't have kids, the smart ones, they wait till about this time of the year to go do their trips. Tourist season starts to come to an end, and a lot of the desirable places to go to gets a lot less crowded. Let's see if we can pass this car hauler here. Well, he's speeding up a little more than I thought he was going to. I'm in that awkward stage where I'm like 78,000 pounds, and it's like I'm going a little too fast to stay behind him, but I'm not quite going fast enough to jump over there and get in front of the other people to make the pass. So he's moving right along. He got a bigger motor than I do. He's loaded down with all the cars and pulling on away from me. Of course, I did check up on the brakes for him, so I broke my momentum while he was still building his. But I'll do the courteous thing to stay at it over here out of everybody's way. No need in causing slow down over there in the other lane. Yeah, we're just driving along. It looks like quite a bit of potential of rain up that way. I had a message pop up a minute ago. I've been waiting forever to find out what I'm going to be doing with this load, whether I'm getting it off today or tomorrow. I'm almost 1,000,000% positive it's not coming off today. At least from what I could research, their hours, they close in like 15 minutes or something like that, and I'm still several hours off, so I'm assuming it's going to get held over to tomorrow. I'm just hoping it's early and it's not near as time consuming as what all of their horrid reviews on Google say. When you get one or two stray reviews on Google, a lot of times that can just be a disgruntled driver or two. It might have been an isolated incident, having a slow, understaffed day or something, but this is one of those places where it was just 90% of their reviews dating back years all the way to current. Basically, I'll say the same thing, that it's a crap show there. So, hoping I don't have to deal with that. But I suppose I'm going to get off here for a minute, check, see if we can't take a peek and see what that message was all about there. We'll command our phone to show it to us, because we're not going to touch it, hands-free and all that. Hands-free laws and all that. So, we're going to do it the right way. I'm going to pass by the Speedway up here and reminisce of concerts past. Seeing Metallica on that big stage out there, and incidentally, Metallica was at the big. They played 2 consecutive nights, 2 completely different sets at the thing in Daytona we went to also. So, yeah, a good percentage of the times I've seen Metallica have been in the infields of racetracks. Coincidentally enough, that's a conversation for another day. I'm gonna get off here, see if we can figure out what's going on. Get back to y'all. Probably somewhere around or past Cincinnati there, Columbus. I'll let y'all know what my plan is. We'll keep on talking to each other. See y'all in a bit. Y'all ever been to Cincinnati? Y'all ever seen Cincinnati? If you haven't, I'm about to take you for a ride with me down the hill and across the river. This is one of those cities that I've been through here so many times. I've got such a history in truck driving of coming through Cincinnati, to Cincinnati, in and around Cincinnati. I've just never gotten to visit it. Just never gotten to visit it on recreation. And I would like to. The downtown area, from what I can tell, around the baseball stadium and everything, it looks really cool. It looks like a place I would like to go hang out, especially like on a big game day or something. On an NFL Sunday or a high-profile, baseball game going on or something. It just looks like it'd be a good time. I love exploring like little local pubs and stuff. I love the local stuff. There's some chain places I like and everything, but when I go to a new city, I like to find like where do the locals go? That's where I want to go. I want to check it out, see what it's all about. And here we go. We're about to crest the top of the hill and start our descent downward. We got the Jake brake locked in. We're just going to ride her down. That hill there going up the other side, that was one of the scenes of one of my very first rookie mistakes when I was with my trainer guy. We were coming back from London, Ohio. I would drive all the way there from Nashville. I would meet up with him in Nashville, and I would drive all the way to London, then part of the way back. he would take over. But we were coming up this hill one night, one of my very first nights. I was still learning. I could run through the gears pretty good, but I'd not had much experience yet on downshifting for an uphill. We got about halfway up this hill, and she started lugging out on me. And I needed to drop a gear, and boy, I went to drop it, and I missed it. Luckily, this was late at night, so there wasn't a lot of traffic, and it didn't cause anything. But we were going up there, and I just missed grabbing my downshift, and we're going uphill, not loaded real heavy, but still going up a substantial hill with a trailer a little weight. And I mean, we just come almost to a dead stop. He helped me like force grab another gear there to bail me out, but that was one of my very first bad rookie mistakes there. And I'm not going to say I've never done it again in my life, but I concentrated very hard from then on out on trying to never do that again. You got the big round tall Radisson Hotel here, right here on the river and on the water. Aaron and I have always, the times we've come through here together, I've always looked at that and thought that'd be quite a cool view if you get spring and get the good, one of the top level upper floor rooms there facing the city where you can see everything. Yeah, here we go. We go on the bottom level of the bridge here. This is a double-decker bridge. The top is the other direction, going out of the city here. We go underneath the bottom coming in. And over here to the right of us, I don't know how much you'll be able to see. We'll be able to see more as we come around the turn. There's a beautiful view of another 18-wheeler if you look to your right there. Yeah, we're crossing there. I believe that we passed the sign that says "Welcome to Ohio." Are we already halfway? Might have missed the little sign there. There's a sign hanging up underneath here that tells you "Welcome to Ohio." Yeah, over here to our right is where you would have seen it if it hadn't been for that truck there. But you'll probably see it. I don't know if the camera's going to grab it or not. Coming in the other way. To my right is the Bengals Stadium over here. Good old Cincinnati Bengals there. Home of Mr. Football Joe Burrow there. That is an exciting dude to watch. I'm no Bengals fan, but I do like me some Joe Burrow there. But yeah, there you go. You can see the stadium coming up in your view there off to our right. That is the football stadium somewhere up around here. Where did it go? The baseball stadium's over here somewhere too. And then you've got their arena. Everything's like right here in a centrally located downtown area. We're going to pass on through here, go around a big turn and go through a tunnel, back up a hill, pop back out on the other side on 71 here. But yeah, the whole downtown, from what I've seen, tooling around here in trucks and stuff, looks really cool. Yeah, there to the right of us, that's a baseball stadium, and then you've got the Heritage Bank Center. They've got it all piled up, just like right there, next to each other there. Concerts, and is Columbus the Blue Jackets in the NHL? I guess that's probably where the Columbus Blue Jackets play too. Yeah, they got the football, baseball, and arena all right there close together, centrally located. Some cities have their stuff spread out all over the town. But that's it. We're in Ohio now. I just want to take you across the bridge with me there. If you've never seen Cincinnati or you've ever been curious. Granted, we didn't see a lot of it, but you got to see the main thoroughfare passing through there. There's a billboard for the Reds there. Yacht Rock Music Night, post-game concert. Yep. That's pretty cool. I'm going to let you guys go. Not a lot to see here between here and Columbus. That'll be our next big stop. We're going to get through Columbus and a little north of Columbus, then we'll get off on, it was either 30 or 35 highway, get over to Orville. I'm not sure where we're going to stop. I don't know if I'm going to go on through Columbus or if I'm going to stop short. I told you when I come back, I'd let you know what the deal was with the load. We are indeed not delivering it today, and that got bumped to 9 o'clock tomorrow. It's supposed to be 9 o'clock today, but all the mechanics threw that out the window, and they're closed up for the day. So we are confirmed for 9 a.m. tomorrow, and hoping that their Google reviews don't live up to real life standards. But let me get off here for now. This clip is stretching out. We don't want to make the video too terribly long. Get back with y'all another time or two before we call it a day. So y'all hang out. See you in a bit. Hello there. Y'all ever been to Columbus, Ohio? Used to come here a lot when I worked for a mattress manufacturer, delivering truckloads of mattresses, and then I worked for Bar None. I was here for a lot. With Titan here for a lot. And the rock and roll part of the Rock and Roll Trucker has a lot of connection here too. Got to play here several times in and around Columbus, specifically at the now gone and torn down Al Rosa Villa, most infamously known as where Dimebag Darrell was murdered on stage by that piece of garbage with his gun. And I got to play that stage twice, many years after that happened, and it was wild to me and us and the band to be in that place. There was tributes painted all over the back of the building of them, and big stuff out front and everything, and it was a surreal experience for me to play there in the same room right there on that stage where that happened. Got to play there a couple of times and a couple of places. We had another promoter friend of ours that put us on in another club. The name of it escapes me, but played in another club here, and then we got to open up another show just right outside of Columbus once to a sellout crowd for opening up for Up Church. And that was pretty cool. That was a huge outdoor crowd, just crammed shoulder to shoulder. Got to do that. We came in and out of around Columbus several times. We got our kickstart here from a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic lady that has since passed on, named Mary Kaufman. She was the ringleader of CEG, Columbus Events Group. She took a chance on us once and treated us very, 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 very well, and we were very grateful for her and did the best job we could, and she welcomed us back a couple of more times after that, and she was always so kind and good to us and treated us way, way above the level of what we were with the band, and that was a big blow to the Columbus music scene when she passed away, but her legacy lives on just through how good she was to everybody. She left a lot of good memories and a huge impact on a lot of bands and a lot of artists. But here we are, we're passing through the downtown area. Columbus, just trying to get through on 71 and keep on heading north. That's some interesting memories of this place. Ohio in general. Played Ohio quite a bit. Columbus the most, and then other areas, several times as well. It's one place we seem to get rebooked at and did pretty well at. Played several places all around the state here. Good times, good times. I've got a little more connection to this town, a little more personal connection to it, other than just having trucked through it. It's a big bummer that the Al Rosa is gone. A lot of people had a lot of memories there. A lot of people are way more connected to it than a few times I got to go there, But it meant something to me to be able to play that room. It was kind of a thing. Hated to see that go when it did. But I think they had a big music festival too here. One of the times we played, they had a big music festival called Rock on the Range here. I think they just brought it back last year or this year. And the other little club that I couldn't think of that we played up here, it was set to be a good show. We were opening for Waylon Jennings' grandson, Wade Jennings. Rock on the Range when Tool was the headliner at the time. This is 5-6 years ago. Maybe no, it's not 7 years ago. It was about 5 or 6 years ago, I guess. And Tool was the headliner, and I pretty much rendered not much of a crowd showing up because that was a huge festival. We had a good time nonetheless. Another memory to hold back in the memory bank. But I think they brought Rock on the Range back. It was one of the Danny Weimer festivals. He's the one that does the Rockville and Daytona, Louder Than Life in Louisville. They stopped doing Rock on the Range and they still do it, Incarceration, I-N-K-Carceration, like incarceration, but ink, a tattoo and rock festival. Yeah, they do it over at the old reformatory place up here in Ohio. They kind of were concentrating efforts on that one for a while, and I believe they brought rock. I think they did it last year. I don't know if they did it again this year or not. Maybe this year was the year they were bringing it back. I don't know. Yeah, that was a little spill about Columbus. You got to see the skyline down a little bit there, and that's my connection to Columbus. I'm going to start hunting a place to stop here in a bit. We've made it. We'll be out of the metro outskirts of Columbus. You know, we'll be up above, popping out the top of the other side here in a bit. We're actually about to pass by the area where the Alrosa was and the exits. I'll have nostalgia and memories of that here in a bit. But I'll get off and start planning on where I'm going to stop for the evening here, and I'll get back with y'all here in a little while. Y'all hang on and get back with me here in a few. Well, here we are, folks. Marengo, I think you pronounce it that, Marengo, Ohio. We found a Sheetz. We found an exit with a Pilot and a Sheetz. The Pilot looked pretty packed full, and the Sheetz had a whole bunch of parking spaces. What kind of lowly human being picks a Pilot over a Sheetz? I don't know. It'll get full, but why this wouldn't be the first choice, I don't know. Nice newer Sheetz too. Love a Sheetz. Good places to stay. Yeah, we're in Marengo. We're about 75, 80 miles from where we got to be. Could have got a little closer, but I didn't want to take a chance on not finding a space. When they had plenty of spaces here, I decided this is the ticket. Yeah. So, we're here. We're going to call it a night. We're going to watch some TV. We're going to eat us. Probably go in there and get us some good Sheetz hot dog. Don't need to eat bad like that. But they got good stuff in there. Yeah. I'm going to keep it short. This video got kind of long. So I'm going to make this a quick clip. You know where I'm at. You know what I got to do. I got to deliver this load 9 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to get there a little early. Hope the reviews aren't true. Yeah. Do what we can. Hopefully we get a good load headed towards home. I got to go home. Ready to go home. They need to give me something soon. Yeah. But musical recommendation. Already touched on them a little bit earlier today. Told you I'd sawed through 2 of their albums. Yeah, I'm not naming just one album. Motorhead. Dive in their collection from beginning to end or any point in between. It's an evolution. They're always Motorhead. They're Motorhead on every one. But there's definitely a journey through their stuff. They evolve, they change, they return back to what they were before. Their production gets better, their production gets worse. But it's always rock and roll, and it's always good. So that's just, if you've never really taken a dive into their catalog, that's your chore. That is the homework I'm giving you. Dive in on Motorhead. That's just one of the standards that everybody should get in on. That's it. Yeah. They speak for themselves. No need to explain it too much. Motorhead. Yes. It's a rock and roll trucker's pick. I'm going to get off here and make some use and enjoyment out of this evening. And I'll get back on with you fine folks in the morning. We'll go deliver this load. And then hopefully we'll start heading home. Whatever time it is where you're at, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Be good or be good at it, as some people say. Go for a drive tomorrow. Bye-bye. bye for now. See you soon.